Trump administration calling Venezuela a narco-terrorist state, and there are now actions. There's U.S. destroyers, thousands of Marines patrolling that area. We're back with our panel. Matt, this is happening. We're not talking about it a lot, but it's a serious issue around Venezuela.
No question. Look, nobody, no Democrat or Republican is going to stand up for Maduro. He is a thug, and amazingly, I agree with Karen Levin on that. And look, if there's actions that can be taken to stop him in some way, that'd be great. I don't think anyone's looking for another war, and sending 3 destroyers to Venezuela is a little bit alarming. But as long as it can remain under control, no one's going to shed any tears for the Venezuelan regime. That said, fighting drug trafficking is the job of the DEA. And currently, there's a bunch of DEA agents in Washington, D.C., doing immigration enforcement and other things like that. So I think if they're really serious about fighting fentanyl and other drug trafficking, they should put the DEA cops back on that job and help Washington hire the cops we need to fight crime here.
All right. Also, in addition to the action with the destroyers, Hugh, this is the Attorney General on a new arrest reward.
He is one of the largest narco traffickers in the world and a threat to our national security. Therefore, we've doubled his reward to $50 million. Under President Trump's leadership, Maduro will not escape justice, and he will be held accountable for his despicable crimes.
I mean, they're choosing to step this up, Hugh.
Yeah, they're setting it up like George H.W. Bush set up the invasion of Panama in 1991, I think, when Noriega was the narco-terrorist atop criminal regime and ran drugs. We eventually got him out into Florida, where he was, I believe, died in captivity. But I don't believe an invasion is in the offing, but they are ramping up the pressure because Maduro is indeed illegitimate. And there is no trade-off. My friend Matt is making up an illusory trade-off. The United States military and its destroyers interdicting narco-terrorism coming across the Caribbean has got nothing to do with police in D.C. and $1 billion out of the budget. I've lived off and on in D.C. for 42 years, and it goes through its cycles. The budget keeps getting bigger, and the chaos keeps growing. It's got nothing to do with where we send our military, but it does sound a lot like 1991.
I want to turn topics, and obviously we're going to follow Venezuela very closely because it is a tinderbox there. Olivia, politics. Gavin Newsom seems to be stepping up his game. He's obviously signed tonight this redistricting that went through the California legislature, but he's also sounding a lot more like President Trump on X when he posts saying, "Make the maps great again, big beautiful rally today. Thank you for your attention to the matter." He seems to be tweaking things ahead of a 2028 run.
Yeah, I think Gavin Newsom definitely is trying to see what sticks. The move with California redistricting is something where, even though there are a lot of hurdles for that to actually be successful, in the end, it looks good for him, saying, I was able to go up against Trump in his Texas redistricting, so that's something that he can use if he ultimately does decide to run. But just like the podcast, just like he seems to be playing with how he's tweeting, and even the way that he went after Kevin McCarthy today over McCarthy's words about redistricting and pushing back on how Newsom is handling it, I think he's just trying to find what sticks, and that's what this looks like.
He's thrown up against the wall there. Matt, make America California. I'm not sure the bumper sticker is going to work.
Look, I think Democrats are loving watching Gavin Newsom taunting Donald Trump. Somebody is fighting back at long last, and he actually has agency to actually do something. The ability to try to fight back against the Texas redistricting scheme. This wouldn't be happening if Trump hadn't started it first, hadn't done the thing in Texas, and trying to do it in Indiana and elsewhere. So I think Democrats are united in their belief that while we didn't want this fight, Newsom is right to be fighting it.
It's performative, though, Hugh, right?
Yeah, Governor Newsom is a very gifted far-left Democratic governor. And I think he's going to be the nominee of the Democratic Party because he has money and charisma. He knows how to generate attention for himself, and he's got a lot of charisma, but it's far-left charisma, and it will not work against J.D. Vance or whomever.
All right. Panel, thanks so much.